So what did you learn?
To not mess. If something's not broke, don't F with it.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm a tinker. I just like to. I'm not going to touch it, but I like to tinker too much.
Sure. So we're gonna go in. I'm gonna go to admin. I'm gonna go to change history. Okay. Simply. So negative keyword added on May 12th, Atlanta. That's fine.
Well, the negatives were I was cruising with the negatives. All that was good stuff. It wasn't until recently, about I guess maybe a month out, 3 weeks out, the negatives were actually bringing me better leads and at the same price point.
Right.
I was doing great with that. None of that affected it. It's whatever I did after that.
Okay.
I changed the bid strategy. I think from conversion. Um, Now it's back to maximum clicks, but
Yeah. So I see that one. That's a big one that we're going to fix. I also see that some assets were created here, which will obviously link to areas we don't want that don't have optimized pages. So
oh, okay.
yeah. So let me look at, I'll just open the campaign real quick. Find.
Yeah, and honestly, when I started doing, I think that's what led me to do more is when I started doing the negative keywords is when it really started humming.
Yeah.
I was getting people, the signups were at a good conversion.
The last 7 days, 10% conversion, 4 leads. Lead cost 17. And then before that was okay. So I think, yeah, the maximize clicks, that's definitely a big one. Let me look at the settings here.
I went back and forth because I couldn't remember what I.
You'll see what I looked at when I clicked on campaigns at the bottom here. It says change history. It can see all, you can see all the different changes you've done in the campaign.
Had no idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's a good one because if you ever accidentally like click on the recommendation, like they're often not what you want to do. You usually don't want to click on that. So that's good. That's good. So maximize clicks. I'm going to change the bidding strategy to maximize conversions.
Okay.
And it's got a target cost per acquisition at $10, which means that it's basically optimized for $10 and you're paying more than that now, meaning it's
Okay.
got historical data. So that was probably a recommendation, or maybe you just changed it for whatever reason. So we'll change that.
Oh, I was in panic mode. I started changing all kinds of things after.
Yeah. So there we go. So that's changed. So that's a major one. That's going to help you. It'll go into about a 5-day learning phase.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of historical data, it shouldn't take like a month or two to turn around. I'd say in the next week or two, it'll probably be quite a bit better.
Okay.
But let's look at the rest of the change history. And I suspect there's going to be some assets that I'm not going to agree with and I'm going to turn off.
Okay. Okay.
So it looks like there was, where is it? Oh, that's from before. So time. Okay, campaign, budget decrease, increased, asset created. So these
Ooh,
can't be undone automatically because it's been more than 30 days. So I'm going to go into the assets and look in a second here.
God bless you.
So this is the one, this is the maximum clicks to maximize conversion. So I just,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just changed that. So let's go to assets. So show us all-time assets. So these three right here that say automatically created, bah humbug.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
We're going to remove these, not even just pause. We're going to remove them. Those are automatically created. Basically, what it does is it like goes into your website and it's like, hey, maybe they want to visit this page. And it's
Yeah.
like, that
And, and
automated
cool.
thing, it's not bad, but it's like we're so heavily optimized for a specific thing that we want.
Yeah, it's a unique business and it's a unique way to, yeah, like where people are wanting people to spend and every. Corey, on these ones that you just said, Ballhum, now does it show you when you say automatic? I had to hit yes on those at one point to
Yeah,
okay.
there's a setting in your overall account settings where you allow automatically created assets. When I set your campaign up, I would have turned that off. So what probably happens is that, hey, want more clicks and more impressions?
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
automated assets, and you're like, that sounds good, and then you clicked it,
yeah,
and that
yeah.
changed that setting, and you didn't know
It
what it
was
changed.
bro, it was so subtle what I did.
Yeah.
Like I didn't go in there and then I really started, like I said, panicking and trying to. So back to what you just said, are you going to can you make it so it does not automatically do things now or
Yeah,
assets now?
I'll go in and double check. Right now, I'm just looking at the assets that we have in your campaign. So
Thank you.
these are all campaign level assets. These are all ones I created with the same pages I created. So we're good there.
Sure. Sure.
The call outs are still there. The multifamily is still there. Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's all good. So let's go into campaign, or this is account settings, and then I'll go into campaign settings real quick.
Thank you, sir.
For sure. So auto tagging good. Okay.
This this stuff, as much as I know about it, it's so fickle. It's crazy.
Oh, like little changes can make such a big difference. It's just
It's crazy. And I should have learned my lesson from doing that in the past, but I think it was just getting better and better. And
so here we go. So automatically created assets at the campaign level is off now. So what happened is it probably just allowed you to, through a recommendation, turn it on for that campaign or that period, that recommendation, and you did it. But this is still set to off, so we're good to go. Yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
So I guess it's basically back to the way you set it up now. Now I just need to let it breathe for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
And we
now we
should,
just need to let it go back to, because before it was optimizing for conversions, which is what you want. You change it to maximize for clicks, which that will do is it may start with higher clicks and then the clicks will get cheaper, but ultimately clicks are not what you want. You want conversions for as little money as possible that turn into customers. So
gotcha.
I usually start with maximize clicks and then I turn it to maximize conversions once there's enough data, which I did, right?
It's funny you say that because when I started doing this, on my own like 8 years ago, I figured out, well, if I have data, then I know what to change. So I used to do maximum clicks to
Yeah.
see, okay, these are the ones I want to hone in on. And then I would even manually bid those every like once a month to get one or two spots on that top page. But I know what you mean by that point being. So that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Um, what do you think? Do you think I mean it's just a matter of time, hopefully, before it starts trending back to the way it was? Okay.
Yeah, it could be a fast turnaround. It could be like a week or two. You're going to see it's going to be quite a bit better, is what I would imagine. Because one of the things that leads me to know that is that when I decided to change it from maximize clicks to maximize conversions, it'll usually give you a target cost per action based on historical data. So
Okay.
oftentimes when people try to change that too soon, it says $150 a lead. I'm like, it's not time to change it. It thinks leads are $150 when they shouldn't be. It
I
said 10, which
okay.
is a good place to start, and then we can work from there. But right now, 10 is better than you've gotten in the last 14 days. So
So
good.
Corey, that brings me to a good question. Then, since I'm no longer in you're building it that month there.
Yeah.
There's nothing. So let's just say it has old data. It's got an old. It'll eventually use that.
Yeah.
Is there anything if you had it for a month from now
Yeah.
that you would change down the road depending on what the numbers look like?
That's a really good question. Yeah. So I'll just give you the tip of what I would do if I were you later on. So whatever it optimizes to, whatever your cost per lead is, let's say it's 11 or 10, right? You go into the actual campaign right here in the settings where the gear icon is, like right next to the campaign, click that. And then you're going to go and where it says bidding, maximize target cost per acquisition, step this down a little bit. So right now we're going to aim for 10 because it looks like that's the way
Uh,
it's going to trend.
I
Maybe
see.
change it to 850, 950,
I
975.
think I think you had it on 750, which I was like, I don't remember doing that.
I
Okay.
did that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
optimized down to that. You'll probably be able to get there again. Just
What
don't do it yet because if you do it now, it's going to hurt your
what
play auction.
what I might do, this is and you tell me if you think this is a good idea. I might just let this thing rock and roll for like a month and a half even.
Totally. Totally.
Okay. And then I might burn my last audit with you, just to glance at it one more time. We don't even have to get on, maybe if
Sure.
you just, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
just glance at it one more time.
Yep.
That way I'll leave it alone. I'll take the extra cost of it not doing the optimal, like you lowering it. But I'd
Yeah.
really like to see what you think, you know, uh, 45 days from now or something like that, just to get it. And couple, two quick questions for you. Speed to lead has hurt me over the years.
Yeah.
I was trying to narrow down a time frame that I'm in front of the computer more than likely, which is in
Yeah.
the morning, like most of us.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on narrowing, spending the same budget, but narrowing those times? Is there a negative to that? Is it gonna?
Like, I know some people that do that, like some people in the White Club that have asked me to do that, and they've decided to change that themselves. Like, what you're doing is you're causing only people that are around their computer at that time or on their phone searching at that time to sign up. So it's like, honestly, if you had, $1 million a month in ad spend, I'd probably get more granular. But for like what the average realtor is going to do, like you're doing, I just want leads as the lowest cost possible, coming back to the site, coming back to
Yeah,
Lofty. And then when you do your calling in the morning, just call the ones that have been on the site the most recently first. Just start there.
gotcha. More
Yeah.
than speed to lead, it's the activity on the site too that's just as important as speed to lead if you can.
The
And
reason speed to lead is so important is that they're on the site.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Like,
it's not that you're like, hey, jumping out
no,
the bush, like,
no,
oh no, it's that you're
they're on the
catching.
site,
Yeah, yeah, that makes
right?
sense. So
Yeah.
then they could still be same thing as if it's a day later or 2 days later and they're on the site and you catch them, then it's no different than
Yeah.
catching them right.
Like if they're on the site from 2 days later, 3 days later, and they've been on the site a couple times and they've looked at one property 12 times, well, guess what I'm talking about? They'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, Joe, I'd be like, there's this property on Main Street I think might be good for you.
yeah.
They're like, yeah,
That's
I've been looking at it. Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, and
Right?
that's more important than calling some random person that ends up being a renter in 2 seconds, which is always what you want to do if you can. But
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Use the platform, see who's on there. Gotcha. And one
Yeah.
more thing with that, real quick. It Do you think? I feel like because none of this stuff's in writing, but I feel like when you narrow the time, it it just kind of screws you because it wants to spend all your money in that time.
It's pausing and enabling it. It's yeah, agreed. I think I'm so much such a believer in letting the campaign run and learn that even when a campaign I don't really need that much anymore, I'll turn it to $1 a day and let it run indefinitely so
Sure,
it continues to learn. And the crazy shit is let's say we're getting $7 leads before and you let
sure.
it run at $1 a day, it might start getting you $2 or $3 leads, just not very many.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. When I go on vacation or something,
Yeah.
miraculously, I'm getting all these hits for like, and my budget's like $2 because I'm on, Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a feeling the time frame with what I changed also screwed up my cost. And then the last question for you, um, the what are your thoughts on direct keywords? Give a really basic example. Not talking about neighborhoods and all that because I know that there's pros and cons to that. But something I've never really done is first floor homes with first floor master, homes with pools,
Yeah.
homes with. Have you done this in the past at all, or and your thoughts on that compared to some of the Zillow stuff?
It depends on the size of the market. If the market's big enough and I think there's keyword significant volume for that, I'll just create it as a site link. Like you'll see that the landing pages I created for you as site links. They're like houses, multifamily, land, whatever it is. If like a particular market has a lot of interest in like new construction, I'll create a new construction site link and then I'll still target the generic keyword with like a phrase match for that new construction, but they'll
Love
see
it.
it as a site link. So they'll see
Yeah,
like the big branded website portal that it looks like, and then
yeah.
they'll see new construction. Then they'll click that button and they'll go to the new construction landing page.
Yeah, because like on yours, it's like I love it. It's simple, but on the top of yours, it says homes out on Zillow. So you're
Exactly.
saying basically, if I go through and find out what the five best things are in a medium-sized market like myself, like new
Yep.
construction probably be a good one, and
Yep.
I just have at the top of the page new construction and done something like that, or
Yep.
first homes with first bedrooms on the first floor, something like that. You think just so last thing then, you think it needs to be heavily. I shouldn't get into the weeds of like the the long tail, the short tail of it. I should be going for what I think are like the top five, like actually going to be search things, like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like, homes near hospitals or,
Yeah.
things. Okay.
Yeah, like a big mistake people make is they'll optimize, as in write an ad for a market that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
They'll be
Yeah.
like, I want people that are looking for $10 million plus penthouses on the east corner of this neighborhood because that's
Yeah.
where I live. And you're like, that
Yeah.
sounds great. So you're going to put all this time and effort into an ad that nobody will see because nobody searches that.
Yeah. That you get 2 clicks a year, and it would take you
Pointless.
5 years to maybe get someone that signs up,
Yeah.
if that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And then last, so pointing that out, I love your new construction one. And I know we're in way different markets. Any one of those precise keywords besides first floor master or something like that you found like this gets a lot of activity, that was more direct, like a direct word like that in the past?
No, I focus on like the big branded keywords just because it's there, the search volume is there and the competition is low. And then I address the niched interests based on site links. And then I just look at the performance report for site links to see which ones actually are getting clicked the most.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense, man. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think I'll burn my last audit. What do you think? A month and a half? Is that probably pretty good? You think that's
Yeah.
oh,
Just ping me in school in like 30, 45 days. And then what I'll
okay.
do is I'll just film a Loom video and I'll go in and have a look and
Beautiful.
tell you what I'm going to do.
Beautiful. That works great, man.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I appreciate the help, Corey.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted a little feedback from you. I noticed that you churned out of the annual subscription. What can I do to keep you?
You know, uh, it's a me thing. And the reason is I am not very good at utilizing programs. Like
Right.
that's why I did the white glove, right? Just so feedback for you there.
Yeah.
That really appealed to me. And it appealed to me. It was such a good pitch that I'm not impulsive in a lot of ways when it comes to spending money.
Yeah.
And your original, just right out the gate pitch was beautiful. Your free class or whatever with the countdown and all that, dude. And you got me at the right time. Like before we even talked, I was like sitting in the car needing deals. And I was so close, bro, to sign it up. So beautiful. The urgency was great. The value and the slash, all that was great. But yeah, it's really a me thing. I'm just not that. I know that about myself now, and just recently have come to the conclusion I'm just not good with programs and staying in them. I just don't utilize them. It's a
Yeah.
me thing.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the white glove, the pitch, the whole nine, beautifully done, man. It really you sold me twice. I mean, I probably would have done it the first time without even talking to you for an hour.
Yeah.
So it was a great pitch, though.
Cool, man. No, I appreciate it because what we're doing is we're leading up to some people are going to they're going to start renewing on the annual, and of course I know there will be some attrition, but I'm like, what's the one thing I can offer to them? Because the white glove setup, that's obviously the biggest heavy lift. That's the value. You're the customer avatar where like
Oh,
you want somebody to
okay.
do it for you, right?
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
could give you some good feedback on that. Okay,
Yeah.
from coming from that, and yeah, if I'm going to be, when you had the guys on the other day, some of your sale, I think incorporating, it's for me, it wouldn't make me, but like someone new, incorporating some of those sales skills things, like those guys live on the call. I'm
Yeah.
like, holy crap, it's so weird because we sit in our little areas and do this stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like, I do that, I build rapport that way. This is why I like seeing it. So that was very attractive. That
Cool.
would be my little bit of feedback there. I think more of that would go a long way. Just
Awesome.
incorporating some sales stuff.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, that's definitely the direction we're going because I've talked to a bunch of white glove customers and they're like, "Hey, sales practice on these leads in live in real time." And I'm like, "I get it. When I was in production, that's all I cared about because that's what paid the bills,
Yeah,
right?"
those little nuances. You can't write a PDF like, you know what I mean. Just hearing
Yeah.
someone do it and how they do it, and just picking up those little nuggets. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. No, that's awesome. I'm trying to think of something at like day 366 in the community you get if you renew that's like as good or better than the white glove because obviously that's pretty outstanding. So I'm cooking some stuff up. Maybe I'll still be able to save you. We'll see.
I'd be curious. If anybody could, bro. I mean, not the glade pump you up, but you're good, man. You're good at what you do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the feedback, and let me know when you want me to take a look at that, and we'll get that thing rocking and rolling again.
Thanks a lot, Corey. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Have a good one.
Okay. See ya.